I just want people to see this. Now then, you look there, right? By the time these pictures were taken on Google Maps, nothing there. I'm gonna go scroll to the other side so you can see. Nothing there, right? Not a single thing there. Well, I'm gonna go out and get footage because little do you know, they got cameras installed on this bridge. Right? And these cameras just so happen to be where? Just to be right in the view frame of where my apartment complex is. Right in front of the Bible college. Now, why is this so important? Simple. Because I would have had to actually pass through this area in order for me to get to work. All the time. Now, I'm going to show you guys the location as to where that incident happened, where I got assaulted a while back, and that guy was basically trying to go after my phone. So let me fix this here. Okay, there we go. Okay, just go through. Okay, I need to go here. You just figure this out. Don't worry. People who are not involved, their license plates are blacked out, so it doesn't show. But, oh, it's farther down. Now, if you see this bus stop here, they sometimes do normally keep homeless people as lookouts there. Whenever I was passing by going from work and to back home and vice versa, they would have them do their street theater there as I passed by. So that's one key location. But that's not the location where I got assaulted. But down this street, the guy who it did assault me followed me the entire time, or pretty much. If I had to really, if I had to judging from the situation, right, the vehicle that they were in was parked on the side of the complex that I live in. So I'm going to show you a good view as the lot that they were parked at when this incident happened and occurred. Okay, not going over there. Okay, go back. If I can just get in there, then that'll be perfect. It won't let me go. So maybe I just gotta go around, or it's gotta be a way to get over there. Oh, perfect. That's a good spot. Okay, you see this area here? That's right next to the Capital One Bank down the street. That area is where I first encountered that black car and that white car. Now, the white car is the one that a bunch of those perps were in, and they had the windows covered up as well as the front windshield. They were trying to hide their identity the entire time. So what I did is I went and got the license plates. As soon as I did that, the guy in the left-hand side of the car, the rear seat, or actually no, actually where he got out of was I think it was the driver's seat or the passenger seat. It was one of the seats on that side of the car. And what he did was he went into the black car and he grabbed the jacket from the back seat, right? Now, I'm filming the entire time he's getting out, so I'll catch his face and everything, right? So he puts on a damn dark jacket, darkening himself to make himself less identifiable, right? He does this all on camera. So he's the one that approaches me saying, "Hey man, I'm not gonna hit you, but you just I need you to delete the footage. I need you to delete the footage, right?" He tells me this all on camera. I tell him no. He reaches towards me trying to grab my phone. I said, "No, get the fuck away from me." So I'm walking all down this street here, going home, right? Going home. By the way, people in the Renaissance in the front are also some perps too. In the front area, they were being used as lookouts as I was going by, passing through. So they would basically alert the people up ahead by the time I'm passing through. How do I know? Because of a lot of the signs they were doing. A lot of the activity just was all similar from what all the other perps were doing. I would not have gone this far with showing you all this if I wasn't certain that they're going to basically be exposed. So that's why I'm showing all of you this now. Also, so people be awareness that that you can do this yourself as well. It's pretty easy. Now, again, at this bridge that I'm approaching here, they have cameras set up underneath that. I'm going to do some reconnaissance footage for that as well, so you all will be able to check that out. Now, that's the building where the drone was going to, and it was showing up. You see that car right there, that red car, that was already there even as I passed by. That same exact car, but they're not going to show the plates. But just so you can get a clear footage of it, there you go. That's one of the few that was out there when I went and did some reconnaissance. That exact same car was parked there now. Now, the footage that had the plates on them, they deleted that. Why? Because if they had not, here's the thing. They wouldn't have done it if it wasn't exposing who they are. And who they are is the actual people who were behind this targeting that I'm going through. Now, going a bit forward, this is the front of of my apartment complex here. This is where I'm at. Now, going a little bit farther up, right? The car, the dark colored car, not the white one, the dark colored one where that guy got his hoodie out of, was parked right here, right in that exit lot. When you get ready to exit to the main road. The spot where I got assaulted, oh wow, making me go back and forth there, was right there. You see where that bush and those trees are at, where that where those two open roads are when it goes to the main road? That's where I got assaulted at. The guy snuck from behind me. He reached for my phone, started grabbing it, and then as a result, I was lucky enough to headbutt him to get him off, but he ended up crushing my phone, and then he basically ran off. All right there, and then they literally turned around and took off. This happened in front of this apartment complex. Now let's zoom in. Are there any cameras in view placed that basically could have caught this? From this distance, apparently there is a camera, but the trees, the way that they got the trees, they are just too far in the way. Honestly, with that happening, they honestly think they got other cameras they're just not going to tell me about, though. However, that bridge right there does have cameras. And I'm not certain, but I don't know if they put some on here. But the fact that I'm not seeing cameras on there now, this was taken even before my targeting went over at everybody. So the fact that there's no cameras there, why would they just so happen to install cameras, right? This was mind you, that was before this whole C-19 bullshit started. Before, not after. Before, not after. Now, nobody's identity is basically being exposed here. If you're wondering, Everything, everyone's plates are covered up. Google does that, so don't worry. There's nothing like that happening. But I'm basically showing you guys the start point and then the other point. Now, the areas of where I'm being stalked, where I was being stalked from, and two, all this time, even when I was working from there, I'm gonna show you that as well. I just need to go back though. Let me see. In fact, it's important that I show you guys that. Let me just adjust this. Check my battery. Yeah, I'm good on battery life for now. Okay. No. Go back. This thing's kind of funny, the maneuver, but it's definitely a good asset because it definitely gives you a better visual of the locations of where all these crimes were taking place. Now I'm gonna show you some of the stakeout points where they were at. As I was coming out, right? From time to time, they would have a Terminix truck parked right there in front of that Bible college. The same place where I'm catching these drones, this drone going to and from where it left the trail. This Terminix truck was at, now here's the thing, here's why the Terminix truck is important. That truck did not have no license plates on it, none. It was parked there several different times. Even more so, I overheard some of the perps basically conniving a plan related to this whole thing of, like, oh, like he's gonna get away, we're gonna be able to fuck with him. What was this about? I was getting ready to go on vacation time, and they know I was gonna be away from their bullshit for a while. So they came up with a plan. What did they do? They decided to have an exterminator show up at my house, at my apartment, and he sprayed smart dust all over the floor. The smart dust parasites, he sprayed them all over the floor. By the time I got here, I'm seeing this stuff. I'm seeing the actual nano insects fly around by the time I get home, because I knew they were up to something, and that's what they did. They laced my entire fucking apartment with this shit. That's what they did. They knew what they were doing. They poisoned me. They poisoned a lot of people who are targeted by this program, and they never stop. They don't care. They don't care about you or your families, and anybody who they basically tricked to work with them are fools. But honestly, they're just being played, and this is me basically boosting out awareness about this, so that this actually can be caught on at a better basis. Now, again, they would have people even hiding behind these concrete slabs here in the front. They would have people hiding behind there. Mind you, this is around nighttime when I'm getting off of work. Now, also, you know how they got cameras on the street corners here? The perps would have had to basically be coming back and forth from there. But I need to basically go a little bit farther because I want to show you all something else as well. Some of the older footage on the guide channel, you all would see me going through the back area here. Now, they had a routine practice thing for some firefighters a while ago when I was still working, but they were spraying that stuff over here in the same location as to where the trail I would use to go to work. Just so coincidentally, not just that, they had a chemtrail pulled out in the same location. And all of that is on my guide channel. All of it. When it happened, it's all there. All of it. And the reason why I boosted awareness about this is basically so people would know. If they do some crap like that in your heart attack, that's not coincidence. That is not a health condition. That is murder. That is murder, and that's precisely what it is by these weapons that they are using, whether it's using radiational directed energy. Now, the firefighter team was parked over here during that whole stunt. What that was, it wasn't just, just to basically spray this area. That whole thing was planned to basically slow me down. I know the fire company is involved because the day I went in hiding, they showed up and did exactly what I ended up reading up on several different things that happened with targeted individuals. And when it comes to a point where they can't find you, they will gaslight the hell out of the entire neighborhood, making noise, flashing lights. I'm talking about ambulance, fire trucks, police officers, police cruisers, police trucks, the works. They will have all of that fucking equipment in one spot just to find one person. How much do they charge people just to basically ride in a damn ambulance? Practically an arm and a leg, pretty much. Now, over time, as I'm leaving from work, they would be behind these bushes here. On the other side of there is nothing but like a field, and farther down there's a hospital. As you see here, they actually had like 2 people waiting here at one point in the morning. If you want to know what those 2 individuals were doing, they were basically hired to assault me right then and there. Now, the reason why they didn't realize, I was the one on the list of who they were trying to identify is because they couldn't recognize me. I was even tipped off by a fellow not a TI, but a Gangstalker who basically said that in my presence, saying, oh, they just couldn't recognize him. I'm going to show you another area where they were hiding at. To me leaving, they would go back. No, not in there. I need to go a little bit farther than that. It's the Myrtle Grove, I believe the name of the street is. I'm showing you all their vantage points. Yeah, there it is, Myrtle Grove. They would be parked back all on this street whenever I'm getting off